story begins with a group of men blowing their way into a building, and they take out all the guards in their way. They steal everything in sight, but they're suddenly interrupted by a monster, who wonders why they're stealing such common items when there's something that's priceless right in front of them. They wonder how he knows about their job, so he reveals that he was the one who hired them. He grabs a sword, and mentions how it's ironic that such a holy place is housing the sword of the demon knight Sparta, which is the most powerful weapon of hell. One of the men tells him he can take anything he needs, as long as he pays them for the operation, but he cuts off the man's head. So the others start shooting him, but he blocks their bullets and takes them out. The guards surround him, but he presses a button, which causes an explosion that sets everything on fire. We see a woman walking down the street, but her daughter loses her toy, so she goes to get it, but she's suddenly attacked by demons. She begs them to spare her daughter, but a man named Dante comes to her rescue and destroys the demons with his gun. He tries to act cool in front of the woman, and he notes that there have been other attacks in the area, so his client hired him to look into them. As they talk, the woman's daughter suddenly turns into a demon and tries to attack Dante, but she returns to normal when he looks at her. She transforms into a demon once again, so he prepares to shoot her, but the woman stops him and runs away with the girl. Meanwhile, the news of the attack on the Vatican City spreads throughout the world, and people start to wonder if demons were behind it. At the White House, a man named Fisher reports that the attack was the work of terrorist demons. But the president wonders how he can be sure, so he notes that his team tested the DNA found at the scene. He explains that the demons are an evolutionary branch of humans, and they live in a parallel universe. He thinks one of their common ancestors managed to get to the other universe, where they evolved after surviving the harsh environment. One of them asks him if the place he's talking about is hell, so he notes that there's a reason why every culture on Earth has stories about demons in the underworld. He reveals that they've found an interdimensional rift that acts as a bridge between the two worlds, but it has been blocked by a field of quantum interference. The natural disturbances in the field create portals, which allow smaller demons to pass through. But the larger demons can't use the portals, because they aren't stable enough to support their complex structures. They wonder who Fisher works for, and the Vice President William reveals that he's a part of an organization called Darkcom, which is an independent security firm. A man arrives with the footage of the rabbit's attack, and as everyone watches it, the rabbit tells them that if they want to find him, they should look for the hunter. The president realizes that the rabbit is dangerous, and William thinks he's telling them to find the demon hunters, so he orders his men to gather all of them. Meanwhile, Dante goes to a diner, where the waitress gives him her number, but he just wipes his face with it. He suddenly senses a truck crashing into the diner, so he quickly moves everyone out of the way, but the truck explodes. The diner is completely destroyed, but we see they all manage to survive, and Dante tells them to get out of there. He's shocked as his brother Virgil appears before him, because he's supposed to be dead. He extends his fingers and attacks Dante, but he dodges the attacks and shoots him in the head. Virgil transforms into a demon, and Dante realizes it's the baby demon from earlier. Meanwhile, the military gathers the demon hunters and starts interrogating them. One of them reveals that a broker named Enzo Farino told him about how he set up a job for a talking rabbit, but he thought Enzo was just crazy. The police start looking for Enzo, and he tries to run away.